Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video that's a little bit more serious of a topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about. A lot of you guys who are more close viewers to me, those who talk to me and message me and kick me and things like that, you know more that goes on in my personal life than the general viewers do. I had a really tough year as far as my animals passing away. I had my dog pass away and my bird pass away in the same year. The situation with my dog was very intense and still to this day affects me. So I had a lot of you discuss with me how you went through similar situations, or you're still going through situations and you're not sure how to handle it, or wondering how I handled this situation. So I wanted to talk about it with you guys. It's been a year since my dog passed away. It's taken this long for me to be able to film a video on it, because I swear to you, I probably tried to film this video 30 times. And every time I tried to film it, I literally was crying so much. You, one, couldn't understand anything I was saying, and two, I looked like complete shit. So it just was it was just not working. So it took time for me to be able to discuss this situation. And still to this day, I have days where I like break down and start crying. New Year's Day was really, really hard for me. Just because I was, thinking about what this past year has brought to me, and what happened this past year, what I lost, what I gained, where I'm going, and just thinking about it and how much I wish my dog was here with me to go into this next year. So, some of you guys might think this is stupid because you might not look at your dogs or your pets the same way I do. For me, I literally really feel like I lost a family member, like a child of mine, someone that was really close to me. So those of you who look at your pets just as like a pet, in that just a dog, whatever, you're not gonna understand the way I feel. But I know there's people out there that do understand how I feel. So for me, it was really, really hard, like to the point where I was like the deepest depression hard. So so I'm gonna go back to tell you what happened when my dog passed. So I was living with my partner at the time, and together we had 3 dogs. We had a golden retriever, a peekapoo, and a Yorkie. The Yorkie is the one that passed away. And his name was Blue. I've had Blue since I was 16. When I turned 16, my parents gave me a choice. Do you want a car or do you want a dog? Because I really wanted a dog. So I picked a dog. So I've had Blue since I was 16. I'm 25 right now. So my partner and I have been together for a very, very long time. And she watched my dogs all the time. And I watched her dog all the time. Before her, I was very, very selective with who I let watch my dog, take my dog out or anything like that, just because I was scared that anything happened. And I even told her, like when I first met her, kind of joking, kind of not joking, like she had offered to watch my dog for me sometime when I was going out of town or something. And I told her, I don't want you to watch my dog, because if something happens to my dog under your care, I will never talk to you again, and I will never be able to look at you the same way or whatever, I wanted to let my grandparents watch him or something, It was easier that way, because I don't know. So anyway, we lived together. So I walked her dog, she walked my dog, we're together all the time, whatever. So I had to go to work, and the dogs we've been meaning to take the dogs to the dog park for a while. I was going to work. She was off of work, so she took all 3 dogs to the dog park that's really close to our house. The dog park is broken up into sections. There's 3 sections. There's like a small dog section, and there's like a middle gate area, and then like a big dog section I think is the way it's broken up. There was no one in the big dog section. There was no one there actually at all. Or actually in the small section further away, there was a lady with a small dog. The middle section was empty. The last section was empty. So she went to the big section that was empty, and she had all 3 dogs in that section, and she's playing catch with them, whatever. Then this lady pulls up with her dog, and they go into the middle section or whatever. And they're playing catch or whatever. The way that the sections are separated, like let's say it's like a long rectangle, okay, and then broken into 3 pieces. So there's like a gate in between right here. These gates have doors that you can open up. So literally you can open up all doors, and then all 3 sections can be connected, okay? So these doors that go like this, like open like this, right here, like underneath, there's like a spot where dogs can like walk through and get through. It happens all the time. Every time we're there, dogs go through this little gate section, right? So she's playing catch with the 2 dogs, Nugget and Mowgli, and then Baloo doesn't really play there unless there's other dogs. He just like runs around and pees 100 times and sniffs around and just like, you know, whatever. So so she's playing catch or whatever, and then he runs underneath the fence or whatever to the middle section where the lady was playing with her dog. Her dog was a English bulldog mix. The lady's dog saw my dog and started running towards Baloo. And Baloo starts running away in the opposite direction. And then the lady starts screaming, like, get your dog, get your dog, get your dog. So my girlfriend, she runs over, jumps over the fence and tries to get to Baloo. But the dog gets to Baloo first. And he kind of, like, jumps on him. And they can't really see what he's doing to him or whatever. And then my dog gets away and starts, you know, running away again. And then the dog gets to him again. And he's, like, attacking him. They both get to the dogs or whatever. Really, like, my girlfriend got to the dog first and was trying to pull the dog off, and then the owner of the dog came and she was punching the dog, trying to get the dog to let go of my dog, pulling the collar. Like, the dog had like a spike collar, pulling it so hard that the collar ripped off the dog. So now there's no collar. So she's punching the dog, trying to get the dog to let go of my dog. Finally, she gets the dog off of my dog, and my dog is laying there, limp, right? So my girlfriend, she picks up the dog, jumps over the fence, and runs to the car, and puts Baloo in the car. And she has to come back and get the other 2 dogs, bring them in the car or whatever, you know? She exchanges numbers with this lady. The lady happens to live across the street from us in our neighborhood, and we see her very often. So they exchange names and numbers, and then she drives to the hospital with the animal hospital with my dog or whatever. When she leaves the dog park, she calls me, and I'm driving to work, so she calls me and she tells me like, oh, and she's like, Blue got attacked by a dog at the dog park or whatever. At first I thought it was a joke. I didn't think that she was serious or whatever, but I can tell in her voice that she was serious. And she's like, you need to turn around. Part of me was like, it's not that bad, like, if there's nothing's gonna happen to him, it will be fine, you know. I can tell she was like really freaked out, and she's like, he's not breathing. So she tells me that she's going to the hospital. So I turn around and I start heading back home to meet her at the hospital or whatever. And then she calls me. She tells me he's dead. I was like, there's no way, like, you're lying. There's like there's no way. I get to the animal hospital, you know, and she's waiting there for me. And I walk in, and like, the people there are usually very nice, and it was like a new lady, and like I walked in, and everybody could tell that I was clearly upset. The first thing she asked me is like, so what do you want to do? Do you want to cremate the body? Do you want to take the body? I'm like I haven't even processed this yet. Like, can I see him? What the hell is going on? Like, I still thought that there was no way that he was dead. I'm like, and they're like, he's dead, blah blah blah. I'm like, there's no way. Like what can you do? I don't care how much it costs. Like, I'm thinking, like, there has to be something you can do. Like, I've seen those shows where people clone their dead dogs. And they're like, there's no way. There's nothing we can do. He's dead. And then I was like, okay, well, I want to see him. And at first they didn't want to let me see him. And that would have never been okay. So they're like, okay, hold on. Let's set up a room or whatever. So they take us to the back or whatever. This back room or whatever, where they have his body, right? On the way, so when I was driving back and she had called me and told me that he had died, I hung up with her and I was driving. I was crying so bad that literally I could not see. I thought I was in a crash. And then I just kept thinking, like, if he's really dead, like, I'm just gonna fucking drive into this wall right now and just, like, crash into this wall. Like, I do not even want to, like, deal with this. And then I called my parents and my sister and I'm crying and telling them what happened or whatever. So my sister was gonna meet me at the animal hospital too. So I got there, we're in the back room, then my sister gets there and I'm there with him, like, holding him, looking at his body or whatever. It was very sad for all of us, you know? And I felt bad for my girlfriend because she was there and she had to deal with it, you know? But at the same time, like, I was so mad. And I was like, this cannot be real. This is not happening, you know? I felt like it was, like, the worst nightmare. So after being with him for a while, I took some pictures of his body, which was really hard. We went back out to talk to the people. And then they were like, okay, well, you can take the body with you, which I didn't want to do. You can cremate him, blah, blah, blah. So they gave us all the information that we had to do, and then they held the body for us. So we went home. I remember this lady lives right across the street from us in the apartment, like right across the street from us. So we go home. I'm like a mess or whatever. And my dad comes over just to see me, and I wanted to figure out exactly what happened. So once I was able to calm down, my girlfriend told me the story of exactly what happened and blah 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 whatever. And she told me who the lady was across the street and whatever, and that she has her number. So I called the lady to talk to her. She was so defensive, just saying that it was my girlfriend's fault and her dog didn't do anything wrong. Her dog wasn't even a vicious dog. Her dog thought that my dog was a toy and all this, like, crazy stuff. And she was not apologetic at all or anything like that. And when I told her the dog died, blah blah blah, she just, like, it was like she had no emotion. It was very, very weird, her reaction or whatever. And then I told her, like, how much it cost to get the dog cremated and stuff like that. She offered zero assistance, and when I asked, she kind of like thought I was crazy for asking that. So the dog ended up getting cremated. They delivered or did we pick it up? I think we picked up his ashes and we cut this really cute, like, heart urn. It's so cute. And it was really, really hard for me. And then I had to see the lady every day. Like, she lived across the street from me. And I started noticing her patterns. She never walked her dog in our neighborhood. She would come out of her house and she would look around to make sure that there was nobody around. Then she would grab the dog by the collar and walk the dog from the door to her trunk of the car, close the trunk, go back to her door, lock up her apartment, go back to her car, drive somewhere to walk her dog. I'm assuming she went to the dog park. And then she would come back home and let her dog in. She would never, ever, ever walk her dog in the neighborhood. And when I talked to her on the phone, she had told me, like, I don't walk my dog here because I know he's not okay around small dogs. And I'm like, you just said your dog wasn't vicious. Like, it just didn't make sense, the things that she said, you know? So we ended up moving. I couldn't live there anymore, seeing her, and it was, like, so bad. During that time of trying to process and trying to deal, like, I can't tell you the level of depression that I was in. Like, every day driving, I just be like, I want to die. Like, I'm so sad and heartbroken that, like, I just want to die. Like, and I would think, like, I'm just gonna drive into this wall, I'm just gonna drive off this friggin' thing, I'm gonna drive into this ocean, I'm just gonna close my eyes and just drive, you know? And I just kept thinking, like, I don't want to live. Like, that's how sad I was. Like, this dog, you know, was such a big part of my life, and I was so in love that I've never felt that amount of, like, heartbreak, you know? And it's not fair that because of this lady's dog and because of this lady bringing a dog that should not be at a dog park where dogs go to socialize, that because of this lady's stupid decision that now I can't have my dog for the lifespan that I should have had him for, and now I can't have him. When I have kids or things like that, like things that I want him for, you know? It is a really long process to heal. Obviously, you can tell that, like, it still hurts me. And sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. Like, why are you still so upset about this? I don't know if I'll ever fully, like, be okay about the situation. I hope one day I am. Like, I literally cried every single day for probably like 7 months. Like, every day I cried, every single day. And now I'm okay. Like, I can think about him and look at pictures of him and talk about him without crying. Before I couldn't do it. It's just being the new year and everything. I've been thinking about it a lot. It's just bringing up more emotions and stuff like that, you know? But anyway, it was very hard to deal with or whatever, and I felt bad because at first I was in denial, and then, like, you know, you go, even with losing a pet, you go through those stages of grief the same way you go through losing you know, a person. I got very mad at my girlfriend, like, internally somewhat blaming her, thinking like if I was there this wouldn't have happened, which is not fair for her. But that's how I felt. About a year later, almost a full year to the anniversary of the death later, we get a phone call from Animal Care and Control. Oh, we had called Animal Control and made a complaint about the dog, and then they were like, "There's nothing we can do about it because the dog doesn't have a previous record, but we'll put it on the dog's record. If the dog has any other attacks, this will show or whatever, you know." So we're like, "Oh, I guess okay. If there's nothing you can do." So almost a year later, we get a call from Animal Control telling us that they need us to come in to talk for a hearing. The dog had recently killed 2 more Yorkies. And so when I went in for the hearing, we talked to, like, the Animal Control lawyer, and she was briefing us on what was going to happen. When we walked in, we saw all the people. It was me and my partner, or my ex or whatever. Everyone else that was there to be a witness for Animal Control, they were all people from our neighborhood. We saw the lady who lost 2 Yorkies, and we knew her. Then we saw 2 other guys who lived in our neighborhood. We had no idea that their dogs had been previously attacked before our dog, but they never called Animal Control to report the issue. So when we called, it was really his 3rd attack, but the 2 other previous attacks were not on file. So so we get there, and we all, you know, we all get called up, and we tell what happened. The lady asks questions, blah blah blah. For when he killed the 2 other Yorkies, the most recent attack, she was come back from the dog park, walking her dog to the house, and the dog saw the Yorkies from far away. The dog ran and dragged the owner all the way down the sidewalk. The owner was bleeding from ankle to knees, like full blood. Dragged her to the Yorkies, killed the 2 Yorkies, and then some guy had to come out and beat the dog to get him off. And then she was able to finally get the dog away, get the dog back in the house, but it was too late. He killed both the Yorkies. And still this lady says, like, my dog's not violent. My dog's not violent. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I was dumbfounded by the things that she was saying. Still, 0 remorse or anything. And then she had previously attacked the other 2 dogs. So that's 2 dogs that you attacked and 3 dogs that you have killed, at least, that we know about. There's actually two other people that could not make it. I don't know if their dogs had died or got attacked, but that's a lot. But the issue is that nobody reported it to Animal Care and Control except for us and the other lady whose Yorkies died. So it was crazy that no one. So like, please report any incidents to Animal Control, because it does help. It does need to be done. So we said our case or whatever. Then the judge said that because everything else wasn't reported, and this is only the second reported attack, that he can't put the dog down. But he told her, like, he's like, I wish I could put your dog down. Your dog is vicious. He's gonna kill someone. He's gonna kill another dog. He's gonna kill you. This is not okay. Da da da. You don't know how to handle this dog. And then he said that, you know, animal control should have done something different when we reported our incident, and they didn't. So the lady wound up leaving with her dog. Her dog was deemed a dangerous dog. With that being said, nothing can be done unless he attacks another dog. Then at that point, the dog will get put down. But what this video is meant to tell you is that if you recently lost a pet and you're feeling as depressed and sad as I was, I understand 100% how you feel, and I'm so sorry for your loss. But just know that you need to go through these stages, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to miss a pet, like, so much. I think that's what I was questioning the most. Like, it's a dog. Why do I feel this way? But stop thinking like how other people are thinking. Like, think about how you feel. I know how much I loved my dog, and I know that it was more than just a dog. Like, that was my freaking kid, you know? So I understand why I felt that way. So don't feel like you feel too much emotion for the situation, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you. A lot of you guys wanted to know what happened to Blue, how he died, what happened, why I was so sad, why I went kind of MIA, why my mood kind of changed during that time. What did it affect, you know, my girlfriend and I's relationship, how I reacted towards her. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm still dealing with it still to this day. I'm still very sad about it. I still cry. And, you know, at first, my other dog, I was, like, kind of upset, and I kind of felt shitty because that dog was newer. Like, Mowgli is a newer dog, and Blue I had for a longer time. And I kind of felt like like, whenever Mowgli would come to me, I would always think, like, I wish this was Blue, you know? Felt so bad for thinking that because I love Mowgli too, you know, but I feel bad, like, what a bad mother to think that about your dog, you know. But it was just because I was so mad and so hurt. But once I was able to get past the hurt and the sadness, like, having my other dog really helped me to deal with the emotions, because he just you know, packs me with so much love that it helps me, you know. Not so long after he passed, my parents wanted to buy me another Yorkie, and I'm like, no, I can't deal with that. I don't think I will ever have another Yorkie, and there's no way right now that I want another dog. I don't think I can want that for a very long time. Which they were surprised about, but everybody handles things differently. Like, they thought I would want another dog like right away, but I'm like, there's no way I could deal with that right now. I don't even think right now I could have another dog, and I don't think ever would I have another Yorkie. But I'm sorry I cried through this video. I thought I would be able to film this without crying, but it just shows you, like, how much it still affects me. Whew, okay. I'm sorry this is a serious video. I hope you guys got something out from it. If you're going through the same thing as me, or if you just wanted to hear me rant and express and share, I appreciate it. Let me know something in the comments down below, something positive and happy. I just want to smile when I read your guys' comments, and I appreciate you guys always supporting me and leaving me nice things and nice words. I love it so much. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me, and I appreciate you guys watching this video. I know it's really long, but I thank you for that. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon, and hopefully it's on a happier note. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Moby's got it now. Sorry. Don't be mean, Boo.
Okay, now it's time to wake up, okay? Can you wake up? Oh, you're so sleepy. Okay. Now can you wake up? Time to wake up. Oh, going back to sleep now? Back to sleep. Moby, stop. Okay, time to wake up. Oh, Boo, why are you falling down like a crazy man? Okay, time to wake up. Oh, Boo. Boo, you just want a belly rub? Okay. There you go, belly rub time. Wakey, Mr. Wakey. Oh, boo. Come on, boo. Wakey, wakey time. Wakey, wakey, wakey. Oh, Bo. Well, you were so sleepy. Wake up. Wake up, silly dilly. Bo. Mr. Boo Boo, you're so funny. Mr. Boo Boo, you're so silly. You're sleeping all day. Oh, yeah, that's the spot right there. Oh, yeah. Thanks for watching us. This is the Sweepy Dog. That likes to sleep all day and won't wake up. Can I kiss? Can we kiss? Kiss. Oh, thank you, Sweepy Man. Thank you, Sweepy Man. I love you. Okay, you can sleep all day if you want.